What do you expect me to do, Mary? I've tried everything. There's no money left, no work. Nothing.
And what about your promises, David? You said things would get better. You told me to believe in you. That this was just temporary.
I'm doing everything I can. Do you think I don't see the hunger in our daughter's eyes? I feel it every day.
Feeling it isn't enough, David. She needs food, not empty words. How long are we supposed to wait and suffer?
Mary, please, don't cry. I hate seeing you like this. I hate that I can't. That I can't fix this.
She's just a child, David. What kind of life is this for her? Every night, I hear her stomach growling in her sleep. And I have nothing to give her.
I've prayed, Mary. I've asked God over and over. But it's like no one is listening.
Then maybe it's time you did something more than praying. The world doesn't run on just faith, David. We need action. We need something real.
And what do you think I should do? Sell my soul to give us a meal? Make some kind of deal? Would that make you happy?
Don't you dare, David. Don't even joke about that. I don't want anything. If it means losing you.
How did we end up like this? When did everything go so wrong?
I just want one night where our daughter doesn't go to bed hungry. One night where I can see her smile without worrying if we'll survive the next day. Is that so much to ask?
Begging from hand to mouth. I will never be like my mother and father. I must work hard to conquer poverty.
Did you hear? Someone called in sick this morning. Wonder if June will let it slide.
I doubt it. With her, it's zero tolerance. She doesn't care if it's a cold or a family emergency. One wrong move, and you're out.
Excuse me, Miss June.
Yes.
I know it's last minute, but I was wondering if I could leave a bit early today. My son has a school event, and I promised I'd be there. He's been looking forward to it for weeks.
Promised? And what exactly is your promise here, Maggie?
Mean, of course, my responsibility is here. I just thought. For a few hours.
Let me be very clear, Maggie. You're being paid to be here, not to run off for personal obligations. If you can't handle your responsibilities here, perhaps this isn't the right job for you. And this isn't the first time, is it?
No, ma'am, but I try not to.
Trying isn't enough. This isn't some charity. If every employee here decided to run off whenever they felt like it, nothing would get done, would it?
No. No, of course not.
I hope that's clear. And as for today, you're not leaving early. If your son needs someone there, I suggest you hire a babysitter.
Understood, Miss June. I apologize.
Unbelievable. Does she even have a heart?
If she does, I'm sure it's frozen solid. Did you hear what she said to Lenny last week?
About his mother's surgery? Yeah. I thought he was going to quit on the spot.
Chris, is there something you'd like to share with the rest of us?
No. Miss Dawson. Just, clarifying a project deadline.
Focus on your work. I don't need distractions or excuses in my office.
Sorry, ma'am.
Yes. What is it? No, you tell him that if he's late one more time, I'll terminate his contract. I don't care if it's for a doctor's appointment or anything else. This company requires commitment. Babe. You scared me. What are you doing here?
Couldn't stay away, so I thought I'd come by and surprise you. I've been missing you lately.
Well, consider me surprised. What's that you've got behind your back?
Just a little something to remind you that I'm thinking about you.
You know, I actually love this. You know me so well, Ty. Thank you.
Gina on me, my love.
Here is your order.
45 minutes for a meal. Do you call this service? Do you think your customers have all the time in the world to wait while you figure it out in the back?
Babe, it's okay. It's been a long day for everyone.
No, Ty, it's not okay. This level of incompetence is ridiculous. I want to see your manager. If this is how you handle a busy night, maybe you need better training.
We are sorry, ma'am.
June, please, just let it go. We have got our food now. Let's enjoy the evening.
I can't stand this kind of service. People need to be held accountable for their jobs.
June, you didn't have to do that back there. The waiter was doing his best. We all have off days.
So now you're scolding me for expecting decent service? Or is it because you're trying to impress someone else?
June, it's not about anyone else. I'm saying this because I care about you. I don't want to see you so upset all the time. And I want us to have a peaceful evening together, not whatever that was back there.
Oh, so now it's my fault we didn't have a peaceful evening? You always think I'm overreacting.
June, all I want is for you to treat people kindly. You're an amazing woman, but when you're this harsh, it affects the people around you, including me. I don't need a perfect girlfriend. I just need one who's here, who's happy with me.
I don't have time to waste on people who can't do their jobs. And I certainly don't need a lecture from you about how I should behave.
Oh, how they prance about, those prayerless souls. Clawless to the power they could wield. If only they'd bow to me. They stumble through life, blind to the divine connection they could grasp. Their feeble attempts at strength, their hollow hope. It all fuels my dominion. Let them revel in their ignorance, for it is their choice. As long as they remain prayerless, they shall remain ensnared in my kingdom.
Hey, girl. How's your day going?
Busy. Same old, same old. The usual grind. You know how it is.
I get it. It's like, the hustle never stops, right? But hey, have you thought about what I mentioned last time? You know, about coming to church this Sunday?
Church? Come on, Mary. You know I don't have time for that. It's just a bunch of people sitting around pretending to be better than they are. I don't need to waste my time with that.
June, there is nothing like pretense there. You know? I've been going, and it made such a difference in my life. I really think you might find something there. Just come with me, just once. It's not a huge commitment. What's funny?
Peace. You mean sitting in a room listening to some guy talk about how we're all sinners and need to repent? I don't buy into that. It just feels like a waste of time. I'm busy making things happen in the real world, not looking for answers in some dusty old book.
I get it. I really do. You're driven, June. I respect that. But sometimes, we need more than just work to fill that emptiness inside. There's more to life than ambition and success.
Oh, don't start on that emptiness talk, Mary. I'm not some lost soul just wandering around looking for meaning. I'm doing just fine without all that spiritual mumbo-jumbo. People who go to church, they're just weak. They're not willing to face the real world head-on like the rest of us.
I don't think it's weak to want to find something bigger than ourselves. I don't see it as an escape. It helps me stay grounded when everything else feels like it's spinning out of control.
Grounded. In church? Really? I don't know, Mary. I think that's just people's way of avoiding responsibility. They can hide behind their faith, thinking someone up there is going to fix everything for them. But no one's coming to save us, Mary. We have to do it ourselves. We make our own success.
Well, it's not about waiting for someone to fix things for you, June. It's about finding support when you need it. You don't have to do everything alone.
Support? You mean like... what? A bunch of people who pretend to have their lives together. They sit there, acting all holy, but they're just as messed up as anyone else. I don't need to go to a place where everyone's pretending to be something they're not. I'm real. I don't need to put on an act for anyone.
I disagree with you. Because it's not about putting on an act, June. It's about being vulnerable, about acknowledging that we all have things we're struggling with, and that it's okay to ask for help. We're all human.
Mary, you're talking about being vulnerable and asking for help. But you know what? Life doesn't work like that. The world doesn't care about our problems. If you're not strong enough to handle things on your own, you're going to get left behind. People who go to church, they just want a quick fix to make themselves feel better about their shortcomings. But I've got my own plans, my own goals. I don't need to rely on some higher power or people pretending to be saints.
I know you're strong, June. I've always admired that about you. But maybe, just maybe, it wouldn't hurt to give it a chance. Not for me, not for anyone else, but for yourself. You deserve peace too, you know.
Maybe. But I'm good, Mary. Thanks for the invite, though. I'm just not into that whole thing. I've got my own way of getting things done. And right now, church isn't part of it.
I get it. I won't push. Just to know that the offer is always there, okay? I'll be praying for you, June. And I hope you find what you're looking for, even if it's not in the way I think you will.
Thanks, but I don't need prayers. I've got this. Where am I? What is this?
You are close to the grave.
What do you mean? Who are you?
I'm your family gatekeeper. Your ancestors laid this altar, and now it is time for it to drink blood.
Never. I'm not part of it.
You are the 4th generation of your family line, and the curse falls on you. I summoned you here to give you a package.
What package?
Sickness, delay, limitation and death.
Wait. Why can't I move?
You are tied. Now take it.
It's a dream. Oh my god, it's a dream. Ah. My head hurts.
Your test results came back, and I am pleased to tell you that everything appears to be normal. Your blood work, vitals, everything looks fine.
That's good to hear. But I've been feeling really sick lately. Weakness, headaches, even some weird dreams. It's like something's off.
Sometimes, stress and exhaustion can manifest in physical symptoms. Dreams can also be influenced by what's happening in your life.
I guess. I have been working a lot. But this sickness feels different, like there's something more to it.
I understand your concern, Miss Andrew. But I'd looked at your tests thoroughly, and there's no sign of any serious medical issue. Stress and fatigue can play tricks on our minds and bodies.
I know, it's just I can't shake the feeling that something's wrong, even though the tests say otherwise.
I get that, and I won't dismiss what you're feeling. It's important to address your well-being holistically. If your symptoms persist, let's explore other factors, including your lifestyle, stresses, and yes, even your dreams.
Thank you, Dr. Martin. I appreciate you taking me seriously, even when the tests don't show anything.
We are partners in your health, Miss Andrew. Remember, our body and mind are intricately connected. If something's off, we'll figure it out together.
June. What happened to you?
I'm sick, Jessica.
Oh my goodness. How long has this been going on?
It all started 3 weeks ago. I had a strange dream.
What happened?
I saw a strange-looking man who said he is the gatekeeper of my family altar. He said something like, "My ancestors made a sacrifice to him to keep the altar."
What kind of sacrifice?
Blood sacrifice. Seriously, I don't understand anything here. How is that my business?
Ancient altars home. June, this is why I have been telling you to be prayerful. These altars are very dangerous and can destroy.
What can I do? How can I be free? I don't want to die.
First, you have to understand the meaning of altars.
What is an altar?
An altar is a place where the spirit realm makes contact with the physical realm based on legal contact. It is a platform where covenants are activated and maintained. Do you know the most interesting thing about these altars?
No.
Altars did not come from Satan, rather the idea of altar came from God. Men like Jacob, Noah and Abraham built altars for God.
Then why do the devil use these altars?
The same way men build altars for God to come down on earth to find expression, that's the same way some men build negative altars to destroy lives. Your forefathers erected a negative altar for their generation, and that is why it is fighting you now.
But what is the reasons for these altars?
The major reason for an altar is to give authorization and continuity to any spiritual activities on earth, whether it is godly or demonic. You can know the presence of an altar in any life, family and region, by the consistency of patterns and occurrence. Why the good or bad? That is why it is important for people to be saved and connected to salvation, because salvation is powered by an altar.
Which altar powers salvation?
The throne of God is the altar that powers salvation.
But how can I tear down this negative altar that has been raised against my life?
We have to learn from Prophet Elijah. After the prophet of Baal had destroyed and defiled the altar, Elijah rose up and repaired the altar before he called down fire from heaven to burn his sacrifice. So you have repair your personal altar by repenting with a broken heart.
Please pray for me.
For a believer, prayer is not just an activity. It's a lifeline that weaves through every facet of existence. It's a reminder that the divine is not distant, but present in every heartbeat, every breath. The power of prayer is a timeless gift, a cherished dialogue that nourishes the soul, empowers the spirit, and kindles the light of hope in the darkness.